Leaders, this is Hian with Friends and Army, protecting families by protecting the packet. Today we're going to go over a training video on the maximum days allowed to hold a bag. So I wanted to kind of go over some of the features of the tuner and switch over and show you how that works. Okay, so I want to show you this where we can view the trade. And you see how like this is the last trade? What if that date was March 10 and today's the 5th? Today's the 16th actually. So it was March 10. This would not register on your back test, and you wouldn't know that this was holding a bag, for 5 days. But even though the ROI was high, but the market had tanked, okay, and it didn't jump off in time, okay. So what we would do is, and I want actually let me show you the debugger real quick to see the data behind it, okay. So and let's scroll up just a little bit. These are some of the variables that gets pushed out here so you can see. So this is the total complete trade list. So what that means is that means like from a buy to a sell. So even though the first position is a sell, it doesn't count that. From a buy to a sell, that's called one completed trade. So out of this whole thing, there's looks like 19 items. So that there's 19 trades throughout this 2-week back test. All right. So with that, let me show you the table. Right here. Alright, this is the table that gets created, right? So it kind of matches up, and this is the last trade, which is March 15, 2018 at 20 hours. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. And let me make this view so it stays on top. Alright, so now that's the date, let's see, March 15th, 20 hours and 55. So that's it right there. Since the last position was a hold, what it does is it takes today's time, which is March 16 at 12 p.m. and says so far it held it for half a day. So these are terms of days, and it also then would know the maximum hold time. So out of this hold, out of this whole thing, if you look at the whole time in here, the maximum hold, this one held for a day and a half. This held for 2 days and 0.1, 2 days point 0.1 days, whatever. You could kind of do the math for that one, but we really don't need to know the details of what hour it is. Days is sufficient for us. So it says this is the one that held it for 2 days. Now you had set a max criteria in your tuner to 3 days or less. It'll then all fall between that. So this will say, hey, 5 days maximum allowed to hold the bag. Well, the max was 2. That's good. We'll go ahead and push on and find back test that has the most quantity of trades, and the quantity of trades is then determined by the counter that we have somewhere here. Let's see here. I think there's a max trade counter right there. There's the max hold time. Maybe max trade. Yeah. Well, there's a variable somewhere. Let me kind of sort this thing first. So the max hold time, max trade count. There should be a max trade count somewhere. Maximum time option. Maximum. Okay. Anyways, I don't think that's important to find out. I don't want to bore you guys, but hold time counter, first buy index, last trade. Okay, well anyways, there should be 21 in here somewhere. I can't really find the variable, but it is in there. So that way, it'll compare it, and it'll push the results onto the monitoring status, and you'll be able to see on the positive direction how many trade counts, negative direction how many trade counts, and what the current one. And it'll compare it to whichever one has the highest one. It will then go in here, and then after that, it'll compare the ROI. If the ROI is better than current, it'll also take that result. If not, it'll just say, hey, even though actually no, it'll actually. Yeah, I think it'll actually compare the ROI too. So it has to be a positive, graded trade count, and also an increased ROI for it to take it. Okay. All right. So that is it for this training. I will do another video on the settings, how this properly is set up. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. And let me know if you guys have any other questions. Put your comments below. and we'll go from there. I'm gonna be putting a lot of this stuff in YouTube, so if you wouldn't mind subscribing there to get more updates. I don't know if YouTube's gonna start shutting down anything crypto related. It seems like Google's on track, Facebook's on track, all kinds of stuff, but who knows? Just want to get prepared ahead of time. So, all right, thank you. You guys have a good one.